Hello, I'm Rebecca Gassett, nurse practitioner and mental health specialist. Let's talk about how societal pressure of today contribute to teen anxiety and depression. The societal pressure of equity, while rooted in positive goals of fairness and inclusivity, can contribute to teen anxiety and depression in several ways, particularly when it's misunderstood, misapplied, or creates additional stresses. Does the content in this video sound familiar? Are you and your family struggling with similar challenges? Discover the power of behavioral therapy and habit adjustment. Help your child thrive. Learn more today by contacting me at Healthy Endeavors. My contact information is also in the description below. Here's how it can manifest. Pressure to conform to ideals, such as unrealistic expectations. Teens may feel pressure to conform to societal ideals of equity that demand perfection in their behavior and attitudes. They might worry about saying or doing something that would be perceived as insensitive or non-inclusive, leading to anxiety about making mistakes. Societal justice fatigue. Constant exposure to discussions and debates around equity and justice can be overwhelming. Teens may feel a responsibility to be constantly informed and active in societal justice issues, leading to burnout or feelings of inadequacy if they can't meet these expectations. Fear of social rejection or criticism. Cancel culture. The fear of being canceled or ostracized for saying or doing something that others deem inequitable can be a significant source of anxiety. This can lead to heightened fear of judgment, making teens more anxious in social situations. Peer pressure to advocate. Teens may feel pressured by their peers to take a stand on societal issues, even if they're not fully informed or comfortable doing so. This pressure can create internal conflict, stress, and anxiety about aligning with norm groups. Identity struggles. Intersectionality of identity. The focus on various intersecting identities, race, gender, and sexuality, in equity discussions can lead teens to question their own identity and where they fit in. This exploration, while important, can also be a source of confusion, anxiety, and depression, especially if they don't feel like they fully belong to any one group. Imposter syndrome. Teens may feel they're not enough of any particular identity, like maybe they're not woke enough, maybe they're not as much of an activist as they need to be, leading to feelings of inadequacy and self-doubt. Academic and extracurricular pressures. Equity in education. While efforts to create equity in education are essential, they can sometimes place additional pressure on teens. For example, if schools emphasize diverse achievements equally, teens may feel pressure to excel not only academically, but also in social activism, community service, and other areas, contributing to stress and burnout. Performance anxiety. Teens might feel compelled to perform at a high level in all areas to align with equitable ideas, leading to perfectionism and fear of failure, which are known contributors to anxiety and depression. Increased awareness of inequalities. Global awareness. Teens today are more aware than ever of global injustices and inequities, which can lead to a sense of helplessness or despair, especially if they feel powerless to make a meaningful impact. This heightened awareness can contribute to feelings of sadness, frustration, and anxiety. Overwhelmed by injustice. Constant exposure to news and social media highlighting inequalities can make teens feel overwhelmed by the extent of the problems, contributing to the sense of hopelessness or depression. Comparison and competition. Comparative stress. Teens may compare themselves to others in terms of how actively they are promoting or supporting equity, leading to competitive stress. They might feel anxious or depressed if they believe they're not doing as much as their peers to advocate for social justice. Guilt and shame. Teens who feel they have privileges that others do not may experience guilt or shame, which can contribute to anxiety and depression, especially if they struggle to reconcile their blessings with the desire to support equity for those who do not have the same. Cultural and family expectations. Conflicting expectations. Teens from cultures or families with different views on equity or social justice may experience tension or conflict, leading to anxiety about navigating these differences. Balancing societal pressures with family expectations can create additional stress. Impact on mental health awareness. Stigma and silence. While equity discussions often focus on race, gender, and socioeconomic status, mental health equity is sometimes less emphasized, leading to a lack of support for teens struggling with anxiety and depression. This can create a feeling of being overlooked or misunderstood. In summary, while the pursuit of equity is the current methodology to attempt to create a fair and just society, the pressures associated with navigating these complex issues can sometimes contribute to teens' anxiety and depression. It's important for adults, educators, and peers to provide support, promote open discussions, and create environments where teens feel safe to express their thoughts and feelings without fear of judgment or rejection.